Hello everyone. I'm going to walk you through the Moodle by Schooler app from the Teams App Store. On the left menu, the app launcher in Teams, you will find the Moodle Dashboard after installing it from the Teams App Store. And your organization has configured the proper settings to connect to your Moodle installation. This is a personal app and it shows your personal dashboard from Moodle. You can see here there's a full menu, every courses. If I'm a site admin, I get the site admin feature. So this is an iframe inside of Teams, full integration directly with an iframe into Teams. So any configuration you do in your Moodle installation, tweaking colors or personal setup of the pages, customization and so on will be presented here because this is an actual iframe into Teams inside of the personal app. My feed is all the feeds that a user subscribe to, organization-wide and course-wide. So you can see my course details, user updated, system feeds and so on, everything in one single feed flow inside of this specific personal app. And also a teacher can create teams based upon the information we get from Moodle. So I'm pulling kind of out the Moodle courses and presenting to the user, and that user will have a drop down of all courses and can pick one or multiple courses and have those created automatically in Teams. And this user have no courses to present at the moment. So that's the personal app. It's installed from the App Store and it's pinned to the left menu and it's called Moodle Dashboard. You'll find it in your App Store. The other piece of the Moodle app is the management part of it. So you will have a setup management where you connect your tenant Office 365 to your Moodle installation, and you will have the OpenID and webhooks configured here. And then you will add who will administer this specific Moodle feature, who can create and export and delete and do all of that from the courses into Office 365. And that user has to be an Office 365 user to be added as an admin in the Moodle app. The most interesting feature, of course, is the batch team creator. So this one shows you a summary of all the teams you have, 72, which one is linked to a Moodle course. And as you can see, I have no courses linked to my Moodle installation yet. And I have two templates I can choose from when I create any team. So let's look at the team template creation. I can add a new template or I can edit. So I will edit an existing one. And you can see you have to give it a name. You can give it a mail nickname. You can write the description and you can do different configuration settings very easily. So you don't have to go into the global admin console in Office and check off those boxes. You actually do that here as templates to all the teams you're rolling out with this template. By default, class team template with class notebook, the educational tools and educational content. And on the bottom here, there are some Moodle specific settings like set co-teachers as owners in the team, create course details as channel, and we will look at how that is in a short while. So you can roll out any team based upon these templates. If you have been using Teams for a while, you can very, very easily list all your teams and you can connect them to a course. So let's do the customer success team and connect that to a math class. So now I'm typing math and it search up my math courses inside of Moodle. And if I click this one now, it will connect my math course to this specific team. So you can link existing teams instead of creating a bunch of new ones, or you can go to create teams, search and find all the teams that have never been created from this specific app. And you can add that to a queue, select a template. I'm using the default template and say yes. So now you can see there's 2 teams creation added. I can of course do select all if there's like 100 or 2,000 or 5,000 courses. But now these 2 will be rolled out based upon the settings from the templates. And if you want to look at the status of the queue, you will find them here. If you can't wait 24 hours because this runs nightly, you can then run your queue and it will start create the team. It will query Moodle. It will add the users, all teachers as owners and all students as members, and then add the settings from the template. So that's what this management part do. There is also a very thorough how-to for setting up Moodle and connect Moodle to Office 365. And this is step by step, every single thing you have to do, including description, pictures that outlines exactly what you have to do to make all of this work. And then these are the 4 plugins needed to make this flow perfectly inside of a customer's tenant. So the web service we use to pull data out of Moodle, the OpenID and the Microsoft Office 365 integration plugins. Though the OpenID relies on the Office 365 integration, so you have to have those 2 to have single sign-on from Office to your Moodle installation. You only have to install them and do basic configuration for authentication. All the other features that this Office 365 plugin does, you never have to configure because Schooler plugin in Teams do that already. We create the teams, we add the users and all of that. So only necessary configuration for authentication. The webhook is not something you have to install, but if you install it, you will have auto updates of users nightly into your teams based upon the information we pull nightly from the Moodle course. So if the user added to a Moodle course, it will be the next day in Teams. If you delete a user from your course, it will be deleted from the team site the night after. So these are the plugins needed. And of course, you need to be on Moodle 3.5 or higher, and your installation has to be HTTPS because Teams is not allowing HTTP, so it's security matters. Let me now show you how it looks inside of a team. So this is the personal app. If I go to a team and then drill down to one of my courses, you can see my course details is already added. The history of the Viking course. I can see the course information. I can see participants. I can very easily drill down to one of my topics here. And as soon as I click on anything on this Teams page, it takes me into my Moodle installation. I can have that in full screen if I want to work full screen. I can add the conversation bar, and I can go back. So full feature, never have to leave Teams to work completely inside of Moodle. You have all the features inside of your collaboration and communication platform. If you want to customize or create a new team manually and you want to add different features, you click on the plus to add a tab. You find your Moodle Dashboard, and then on the drill down here, you can very easily select My Dashboard. It's the full dashboard, the same as you have on the left menu, but sometimes you really want that inside of a Teams instead of going back and forth. My feed and course details, course calendar. So as you can see, there's multiple options. And if you choose the calendar, it will then show your calendar for that specific course inside of Teams. As you can see, I am in January and have information about events and details. So it's my full Moodle calendar pulled into Teams, and my full course detail. So this is what we have been creating: a personal app that's pinned to your left bar, a full integration into Teams for the course pages, and then 100% navigation into Moodle, and you have full flex and full usage. And then the management of kind of configuring a how-to, and then also the full creation and linking of existing teams. That's what the Moodle app is doing at the moment.